Alright, hey guys, it's Jessica with Sweet Zoe's Vintage on Instagram, Sweet Zoe's Vintage on Etsy, and Sweet Zoe's on eBay. I'm a part-time reseller, a full-time homeschooling mom of two, and this is my little YouTube channel. So I sell anything from hard goods to clothing. I sell books. I sell really pretty much anything that can be sold, except for I'm not too good at retail arbitrage, which is where you actually go to like Marshalls and Ross and buy, new with tag stuff and resell it. I haven't really explored that niche too much. I've tried a couple times, but yeah, so I usually just stick with the used stuff. So for example, right now, I am working on listing a bunch of vintage strawberry shortcake berry happy home furniture. So I have a little lot. I was trying to decide if I was going to list them individually or as a whole lot, and I finally decided to throw them up as a whole lot because I'm getting, pretty busy. But so yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. They're all just all over the place right here. I was looking at the condition and stuff. So those are from the 1980s, so that's what I'm working on. So anyways, I thought I'd come on here. Today is December the 21st. It is almost Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everybody. Sales have definitely slowed down a little bit just because people have gotten all their goodies, all their Christmas goodies. So I assume there is a little break around this time because people have just shopped till they dropped and now they're taking a break and waiting for Christmas. So I wanted to come on and tell you guys about another opportunity that kind of landed in my lap. If you guys haven't watched my last two videos, go back and check them out. They're about my estate sale adventures. So I met a man who owns an estate sale company who's kind of asked me if I'd be interested in reselling for him. Of course I said yes. So it's cool because I don't have to pay for the merchandise, the items that are coming to me from this gentleman Joe. I'm waiting on him to put together my first official box of items so that I can start listing them. But I do have kind of an unofficial box from him. I had gone to one of his estate sales this past weekend to check it out, and while I was there, he allowed me to pick out several items to bring them home to resell. So I actually got to pick the items. He kind of gave me a few hints about what he wanted. He knew that would be good to sell online. So I have some old antique newspapers, a book from like the 1940s by John Lee, and it's signed. And so I ended up, here's the book right here. Let me show you. So hopefully you guys can see this. The lighting is really not the best in this room. So it's a little book called The Wonderful Country. This actually cost me $2. It actually cost Joe $2. But, it's signed. There's newspaper clippings, if you guys can see that. It's signed. And then it was really neat because it came with old newspaper clippings about the author. So I just got done listing that up. I also listed a couple of other things from the estate sale. It was neat because I was just going there to purchase for myself, but Joe allowed me to take this box home for free. So he actually purchased them for me and allowed me to take it home. So this is kind of my first unofficial trial run of some of Joe's items. So another thing, if I minimize my screen right here, you can see this vintage Knickerbocker sleepyhead puppy that I also picked up from the estate sale. Now I am so excited, you guys. I have not listed on Etsy in so long. I love my Etsy store. It's almost like it's a piece of art to me because if you've ever been on Etsy, like the photography just used for a lot of the Etsy items, you could tell the Etsy sellers take a little bit more time to kind of take nicer pictures and things. So it's always, my Etsy store has always been something that I'm very proud of. I'm not just going to take a picture of a random item in bad lighting on the floor, with the laundry behind it or something. Like, I actually like to take, and I'm not saying my pictures are the best, of course they're not, but I'm not a professional photographer, but it is so fun to try to take a little bit more better quality photos. So anyways, here are a couple of my photos. This is really neat. This sleepyhead puppy from Knickerbocker was only $3 and I'm putting him up for $36. So yeah, again, I hadn't listed on my Etsy store in so long, so I'm so excited to get that kind of up and running again. Here's that book that I just showed you. A Wonderful Country. So just kind of try to get some good photos. So this, just a couple of cool little vintage things. So I thought I'd show you guys what I've been listing lately. And honestly, it takes me a good amount of time to list these items just because I'm kind of picky about my pictures. But a lot of times selling is a lot of presentation. So I'm excited about that. So I'm working on my first box from Joe. I have all these old vintage like blank greeting cards I'm going to try to throw up to see what I can get for those. And so yeah, I've been working on that. I've also been working on liquidating a lot of my old inventory. So I sold a bunch of clothing and what else did I get rid of? Took a bunch of some things to storage, trying to really make room for when those hard good items start coming in, because as you know, once you start selling hard goods, you need a lot of space to store the inventory. And even though Joe's going to keep a lot of the bigger items at his place, I'm still going to keep some of the smaller items here. So I want to make sure I have a sufficient amount of storage so that I can keep them nice and safe. Okay, what else was it going to say? About that. Oh yes, I'm so excited, you guys. Something else happened today and I can't I can't decide if these things are just great or what, because they're kind of just everything's falling into place with Joe, the estate sale business. I don't have to pay out of pocket for anything that I'm selling for Joe. Then today I went and I took a bunch of clothing to this it's a used clothing store for women here. It's called I don't remember what it's called, New Digs or something. So it's almost like a Plato's Closet. So you take your clothes to the store and you sell them there. And of course, she prices her clothing items really well. So for example, she'll have a Chico shirt for like $8.99. So of course, she only paid about $2 for that shirt, if not, if not less. So I took a bunch of older jeans that I first purchased when I was kind of starting out in the clothing niche. So I knew that they weren't really going to sell. I don't really like selling jeans unless they're really high end. So I took a bunch of clothing over there. It's my first time going in there to do that. And the lady that was there, you could tell she was just the owner. She knew what she was doing. She was an older lady. She was probably in her 50s or 60s and real friendly lady. She knows what she's doing. So I asked her, I said, "Are you the owner?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is my place. We opened it. I went full time last year." I asked her if she sold any of her things online because I noticed she had a bunch of, clothing. I'd be like, "Dude, you could sell this probably in a few days online. And how long has it been sitting here?" And so she had mentioned that sometimes resellers go in and she gives them a few items to take home and sell for her online. And I was like, "Oh, wow." And I was like, "Well, how can you get on the list of people that you do that with?" And she was like, "Well, just look through the racks. What do you want? Just take it if you think you can sell it online." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, here's a bin. Here's a bin." She started, I'm a risk taker. I like to do that kind of stuff. And She ended up going through her racks of clothing, pulling out all these good name brand clothing, putting them in this bin, and the whole time she's pulling, she's just talking to me about all the brands, how people in my city don't really know what these brands are, so they sit, and she's like, you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. Just take them home. I don't care what you sell these for as long as I get my money back. As far as the price that she has marked the item for. So for example, she gave me these pair of jeans. These are a pair of like corduroy pants. Now these are Citizens of Humanity. Okay, she's selling them for $16. So that was her price. So she's like, as long as I get my $16 back for these, you can go on and sell them for however much you want. Keep the difference. So if I can sell these for $25, $30, I give her $15.99 plus tax, and I keep the rest. And I was like, let's do this. So it's basically like what happened to me with the estate sale, except with clothing. So she packed me up 2 full trash bag size bags full of her good name brand clothing that had just been sitting there. I've got a ton. Okay, here's another pair of jeans. J brand. I have no idea what those are. Those are also, she wants $16 for those. Okay, she had a couple of Newa tags. I have a couple of Newa tags pieces that were like $200. It was like a $200 pair of jeans. She wants like $25 for them. Here's a pair of True Religion jeans. She wants, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that much off of this, but she wants $24.99 for them. And who knows? Even if I thought about it, I was like, okay, even if I can make $10 minimum off each one of these clothing items, it's nothing out of my pocket. She gets her money. I get my money. It's like a win-win for both of us. All I have to invest again is my time. And that's it. What do you guys think about that? Exact same thing happened to me with the estate. So now, like, I have a connection for hard goods and I have a connection for higher end clothing. Zero amount of money invested out of my pocket. Only time. I'm making money. What do y'all think about that? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I don't know. Like, she's not paying me hourly like Joe. Joe said he's going to pay me hourly. But this lady's like, take them home, see what you can do, check in with me you know, she itemized everything. And I'm leaving out a lot of detail because of course we wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to rip her off. She's not going to rip me off. Like, we came to a good business, good business rules or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, so I'm going to do it, you guys. I'm going to see what's going on. Now, I know we kind of talked about like, okay, what if I sell these pants? They get them. I have a 30-day return policy. What happens if 2 weeks in they want to get their money back? Like, they want to send it back, get refunded, yaddy dotty dotty. How would that work? And she's just basically like, just tell me, I'll look at the transaction and I'll give you the money back. And I was like, sounds good to me. She was really excited about it because I'm not sure about the other people that have come in and done this type of thing with her, but I showed her my store, I showed her my lighting kit, my setup, and she looked like she was really excited, you guys. She was like, this might just be a great match. And I agree. I think it's going to be a great match. I'm going to try to get these clothes up and listed ASAP so that way I can kind of show her, hopefully, how fast I can get her merchandise out of the door. She said she has a piece of clothing in here. I think she said this one. She's like, you can tell how long these jeans have been in my store. I used this tag last year. I'm going to try to move these within a few days to a week for this lady. Hopefully we can get it moving. So hopefully I have the hookup for hard goods, antiques, collectibles, books, as well as now I have the hookup for clothes. Zero money out of my pocket. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Is this cool or what? I think it's cool. Let me show you something else that's cool. I wish I can take you guys over there. I don't think I can. Let me see. I don't have a very good setup on here. Okay, so we are rolling back. Yesterday, see if I can turn this on. Ew, it's blinding. Okay, I found this yesterday. This right here, can you see? This is a beautiful table. It has granite countertop. $40 at Salvation Army. So it is so neat because it's a beautiful workspace to photograph hard goods on. It has plenty of surface space. The granite looks amazing, even though it doesn't look amazing in the video because of the quality of camera. It looks amazing in photos, right? So we just got that put in today. It is a heavy. Let me tell you guys, it is like a 200-pound table. It's crazy. My lighting kit, I'm loving it. I love my lighting setup. It's amazing. The only thing is when I have to photograph clothing, I'm going to have to move that sucker out of the way. I have no idea how I'm going to do that because it is so heavy. So you guys, I'm so excited. Like, stuff is happening with my little store. So tell me what you think down in the comments. What do you think are some problems I might be running into, or maybe some tips? I know I need to keep really good records because this stuff is not my stuff. I don't buy it. So I think that's probably one of the only problems that I can really come across is if something gets damaged that I have to pay out of pocket for, but she still gets her money, you know? Or I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. I guess it's anything. You know, you take a chance in your business. You kind of work out the kinks as you go along, but you have to take risks to see what works and what doesn't. And I think this is great. I love it. Great opportunity. My face looks so white. There we go. All right, guys. So I wanted to come on and share with you what happened today. That literally just happened. I just barely got back from this place. And I'm like calling my husband. I'm like, babe, you are not going to believe what just happened again. Like, so blessed. I feel so blessed just right now. I just know. I don't know. I don't know. It's cool. Okay, so I'm going to go get my hair cut now. You guys would not believe what my hair looks like. It is crazy long and shaggy, and I'm overdue for a new do. All right, guys. So yeah, tell me what you think down in the comments. Yeah, making connections, right? Making those connections with other people who do business, who know how to do business, who have the resources. She even said she's giving me a number to connect me with someone to buy Free People wholesale. Wow. Let's see if that works out. All right, guys. So again, yes, let me know what you think about all this. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. We will see you guys later. Bye.